There are two types of wingers in football. The one who terrify defenders.
It is simply amazing!
And the one who should probably stick to FIFA.
Speed! It's in!
Between TikTok clips and Ballon d'Ors, there's a hierarchy that separates the good from the legendary. These are the 7 levels of wingers. Before you rush to the comments, we all know speed isn't a professional footballer. Wingers generally make use of their skill to create chances. Speed creates concern. Honestly, it's almost worrying how he does things like this without getting injured.
Want me to do caca sensei? You mean a kick?
But that's exactly what makes him level 1. The man treats football like it's content creation, which, to be fair, it is for him. Every dribble is a thumbnail opportunity.
Brilliant trickery. Protects it well.
Every terrible shot is a meme waiting to happen. And he has built an entire career pretending to be a Ronaldo football never asked for.
I love you, bro.
And the internet never stopped watching. He's the embodiment of every Sunday League player who runs first, thinks later, and celebrates like he scored in a World Cup final. His tactical awareness depends entirely on whether there's a camera rolling. Camera on, he's prime Ronaldo. Camera off, he's running offside at a charity match.
Leading this All-Stars game is Speed onside! Speed!
I was offside.
It's not going to count! Does he know it? I don't think he knows!
And neither did the Subs.
He doesn't know.
But in between the chaos, there's something bizarrely magnetic about him.
Speed's going to have a chance to show what he can do. Get it under control, Darren. Here we go. Up against Rover here. Great work from the winger.
He's a freak athlete wrapped in a highlight reel, and that's a skill every modern winger needs to understand. In 2025, charisma can be just as valuable as a good weak foot. Level 1 isn't about talent, it's about the illusion of it. Which brings us to someone who perfected that illusion.
Did all himself. Again, and this time finds the bottom corner.
Anthony's a player who thinks football is a Broadway show, and the ball is his co-star. The stepovers, the spins, the flicks. They're not about beating defenders, they're about announcing that the show has started. And that was his problem. Because when Anthony plays, you never know if he's trying to create space or summon a spirit. He'll cut inside, wind up that trademark left foot, and curl it somewhere between the corner flag and the moon. At Ajax, he looked decent. Manchester United fans were convinced they had found Brazil's next left-footed wizard. Then he arrived in the Premier League and still insisted on the spin move. That infamous 360 against Sheriff Tiraspol will forever be one of football's greatest moments of unprovoked confidence.
Slow tempo, I think, quite suiting. Sheriff, look at that from Anthony. That was
Here's why he's level 2. On his best day, he's Timo Werner level good, useful, but not scary. He started chasing moments over substance. Every skill of his serves no purpose, advances no play, creates no danger. The worst part? He genuinely believes he's cooking. Honestly, he just looks like a player who downloaded all the personality of a winger without the IQ that makes their game. But while Anthony's still trying to load, this next player shows what a proper winger actually looks like.
It is simply amazing!
Controversial take incoming. Before you rage in the comments, hear me out, because once you realize why he's at level 3, you might even like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications at the same time. What we're witnessing with Lamine Yamal isn't hype. A 16-year-old playing for Barcelona in Spain like he's been doing it for a decade. The kid dribbles with confidence that shouldn't be legal at his age. Every touch looks calculated, like he's already watched the replay before it happens. No panic, no hesitation, just rhythm and vision beyond his years. So why level 3? Simple, experience matters, and you can't download it no matter how talented you are. Take the Champions League semi-final against Inter last season. Barcelona were cruising. Yamal had arguably the greatest performance of his life. Then, with 2 minutes left, instead of slowing the tempo, he forced another attack, cut inside, and fired a shot that ricocheted straight into an Inter counter-attack.
Rattles a Porsche from distance. Again, Francesco.
One pass, one breakaway, one goal. It wasn't arrogance, it was the impatience of a prodigy still learning that not every moment needs to be a highlight. We can't deny his ability, but to reach the next level, he'll need the full package. Elite finishing with both feet, composure under pressure, smarter decision-making. Once he learns when not to attack, Yamal can challenge this man sitting at level 4. The winger who's not just the best in the world right now, but the most terrifying sight any fullback can see at full sprint. There's never been a player quite like Ousmane Dembele. He's above Yamal because he's genuinely two-footed, to a point where defenders have no idea which way he's going. One moment he's gliding past defenders like he's playing on fast forward.
Dembele! He does it again!
The next he's thundering in a shot with his left foot.
Big chance for Barcelona, and it could be a big goal too.
When he's in form, it's like watching football at 1.5x speed. The problem? His body hates him. At Barcelona, he was supposed to be the next Neymar. Instead, he was the next physio room regular. The talent was there, the availability wasn't. For years, we saw flashes of greatness, but never long enough to believe it was sustainable. At PSG, we finally got the Dembele at full capacity, and it was frightening.
Laser focused on the ball, and Paris Saint-Germain have the lead, and Dembele has scored.
The dribbles, the speed, everything clicked. He started dancing past fullbacks like they were training cones. He reminded everyone what wingers used to be: unpredictable, entertaining, and completely free. It even earned them the Ballon d'Or, a redemption story like never before. Watching him now feels like a love letter to the kind of football that makes you fall in love with the game again. But for all the brilliance, there's still one thing he doesn't have. The thing that the next winger built his entire identity on. When we talk about touchline wingers, there's before Vinicius Jr. and then there's after. Once upon a time, wingers hugged the line to deliver crosses. Vinny does that too, except he comes with a ruthless attacking package.
Still Vinicius, gonna try a shot!
That makes fullbacks request transfers. Every time he gets on the ball, the entire stadium leans forward because something's about to happen. You just don't know if it's going to be a humiliation or a highlight. He doesn't just beat his defenders, he studies them, taunts them, then dismantles them one feint at a time. The stop-start rhythm, the shoulder drop, the acceleration. It's the Vinny package, and fullbacks worldwide have nightmares about it. But what makes Vinicius different is that he turned flair into function. At Real Madrid, he went from flashy but frustrating to one of the most productive players in the world. He's no longer the selfish kid who missed sitters. The winger who relied on tricks now relies on timing and intelligence. Above all, he's consistent, which many underestimate.
In from the back is Vinicius Jr. It's like a pack trying to chase him. They can't keep up with him.
Vinny shows up every week like clockwork. Champions League nights, he's there. El Clásicos, he's the villain and the hero in one. In 390 games, he's already produced 129 goals and 92 assists, over 111 goal contributions for Real Madrid alone, 2 Champions League titles, and he's still in his early 20s. But he's nowhere near the next player, who happened to be the predecessor of Vinny, the ultimate winger, Mr. Champions League himself. Cristiano Ronaldo is the architect who designed the blueprint that touchline wingers follow. It's easy to forget, but before he became a global brand, Before the "Sue" echoed in stadiums across continents, Cristiano was a winger.
No silverware heading to the Arsenal trophy cabinet.
And not just any winger, he was the prototype that every academy coach secretly prayed for. Tall, fast, two-footed, arrogant in the best way. A player who could humiliate a fullback and then blast a shot past the keeper 10 seconds later. At Manchester United, Ronaldo wasn't yet a goal machine.
Drops to Ronaldo, he flicked it and scores!
He was a spectacle. Every game was a highlight reel waiting to happen. He turned stepovers into performance art, twisted defenders into knots, and played football like he was auditioning for a Nike advert every weekend. And to be fair, he was. But what separated him from every other flashy winger was the moment he decided that wasn't enough. He evolved, the tricks turned into tools, and the showmanship became strategy. The winger became a weapon. He went from a kid doing flicks on the sideline to a man scoring 40 goals a season. And that transition, from entertainer to executioner, is exactly what made him special. He redefined what a winger could be. He wasn't just about width anymore. He invaded the box like a striker, dominated the air like a centre forward, and hit free kicks like a superhero physics experiment.
Oh, genius! Absolute genius!
Mr. Champions League isn't a nickname, it's a resume. Over 140 goals in the competition, many of them from the very position wingers were never meant to score from. CR7 proved that the line between winger and goalscorer didn't need to exist. He blurred it, then built an empire on top of it. And yet, even with all that perfection, all that power and polish, he's still not at the peak in terms of pure skill. Because there's one man who showed the world that being a winger wasn't just about domination, it was about expression. If Cristiano Ronaldo was a machine built to win, Ronaldinho was a magician born to entertain. He didn't just play football, he performed it. He was the reason most of us wanted to become footballers. The hair, the smile, the samba rhythm in every touch. Ronaldinho made football look like a carnival. When he got the ball, defenders didn't just prepare for a challenge, they prepared for embarrassment. He wasn't the fastest, the strongest, or even the fittest. But what he had was something the game rarely sees anymore: imagination. Every flick, every no-look pass, every flip-flap was a statement. At Barcelona, he brought joy back to Camp Nou. He rescued the club from Madrid's Galactico era. Before Messi, there was Ronaldinho, the man who made fans fall back in love with football, even if they hated Barcelona. The man who once walked into the Bernabeu and received a standing ovation from Real Madrid fans. He gave defenders nightmares and teammates freedom. He played like someone who knew football was supposed to make people feel something. And that's what separates him from everyone else on this list. You see, there are players who mastered the game, and then there are players who made the game smile back. The highest level of wingers isn't about numbers or trophies, it's about magic. It's about being the reason a generation picked up a football, tried a step over, and whispered, "Oh, that's for Ronnie." And that's why Ronaldinho will forever be the standard.